Hello, and welcome to the New Year's second episode of County Perspective, the show that focuses on Frederick County government, local programs and events, and the community that you live in. I'm your host, Brandon Rosa, and thank you for joining us. Recently, the county has seen some good news. Good news for COVID vaccines, a detox center, and the Office of Economic Development. Let's take a look at this episode's top news stories. County Executive Jan Gardner held a public information briefing on February 4th to provide her weekly update on vaccinations for COVID-19 in Frederick County. Although the number of new cases and hospitalizations has gone down this week, it is still too soon to tell if the decline will continue. Snow closed down testing facilities the first couple of days in the week. Numbers may begin to rise as these sites reopen and more people are tested for the coronavirus. The health department continues to focus on vaccinating seniors and the most vulnerable members of the community. They are actively scheduling appointments as quickly as doses of the vaccine come in. Currently, the health department is vaccinating groups 1A, which is healthcare workers and emergency responders, and parts of Group 1B, including people who are 65 years and older, and the educator group. With limited supplies of the vaccine, there currently aren't enough doses for everyone who is eligible. It is important to pre-register for your vaccination to get on the waiting list. Also, note that the two types of vaccine currently available both require getting a second dose. After your first appointment, you can register for your follow-up vaccine. If you would like to track the percentage of Frederick County's population who have been vaccinated or see updated coronavirus statistics, visit frederickcountymd.gov/COVID-stats. Renovation is nearly complete on Frederick County's second detox center that treat people recovering from the misuse of drugs. 2 years ago, County Executive Jan Gardner awarded Maryland Treatment Centers Incorporated a grant for up to $710,000 to provide medically supervised detox services, allow individuals to safely recover from withdrawal under the supervision of medical providers. Maryland Treatment Centers used the county grant to expand services at their Emmitsburg location, Mountain Manor, and then began work renovating space in a county-owned building south of the city of Frederick. That new space is soon to open as Mountain Manor at Marcy's Choice. Last year, 274 people in Frederick County overdosed from heroin or a related drug. Every week on average, another person dies from an overdose. Virtually everyone knows someone with an addiction to drugs or alcohol. With more access to detox services, there is hope for recovery in Frederick County. Each year for the last 4 years, Frederick County's Office of Economic Development has teamed up with the National Cancer Institute and the Frederick National Laboratory for a technology showcase. This January, the annual National Cancer Institute and Frederick National Laboratory Technology Showcase was selected to receive a 2021 State and Local Economic Development Award from the Federal Laboratory Consortium for Technology Transfer. The Tech Showcase is held to highlight technologies that have been developed through research at the National Cancer Institute and the Frederick National Laboratory for Cancer Research. Biotech companies from around the nation participated in this event to learn from FNL and NCI and decide if they want to commercialize these inventions and discoveries. The 2020 showcase, which was held in September, was virtual due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The virtual platform allowed not only biotech companies from the nation to participate, but it also allowed biotech companies from around the world to participate as well. That means the Frederick County Office of Economic Development was able to connect with even more businesses to show them the benefits of being part of our community's strong biotech industry.
This award is special because it gave an opportunity for Frederick County to be highlighted. This event takes place here every year for 4 years now, and it has had the support from our County Executive, Jan Gardner. She has participated there before, and she knows the importance of this event. And now with this award, we have the opportunity to do it again, and maybe with even a broader audience.
In September of this year, OED, FNL, and NCI are hoping to have a hybrid technology showcase. The show last year had more than 400 participants. The Frederick County Council works hard to better Frederick County. And like many of us, the County Council has set some goals for the new year. These goals include tackling the COVID-19 pandemic in our area and keeping it under control, reducing and eliminating impacts COVID-19 has had on our community and businesses, creating a fair and comprehensive budget, and more. Here's a short video that will update you on what the County Council is up to.
So the upcoming year, I think the one overarching goal that all of us have is to, number one, get the pandemic under control, to reduce and then finally eliminate the impacts that the pandemic has had on our community, on our businesses, on our residents. And I think, a goal that everyone can agree on, Democrat, Republican, city, municipality, county, get rid of the pandemic and let us get back to our lives as we had them before. Every year, around this time of year, we start talking about the budget. Council members start looking at the documents that they're going to be needing to consider leading up to the county executive's introduction of the budget. And this year, because of all the COVID expenses and because of all the impact of COVID on our economy, I think more people are going to be looking at our budget discussions than normal. So yes, that's going to be a biggie.
The citizens need to make their voices heard. What's important to them? Things we can't change. There are a lot of things that, are just, set in stone. But there are some items in the budget that are discretional, and we need to hear from the citizens. We need to find out what is important. How we can help these individuals and these organizations that have discretional or that we have discretional funds to do. This pandemic has really put a big question mark into where we're going. So we're basically just trying to stay on cruise control, provide the services that we need to provide, get through this pandemic, and then we can start to open up, I think, and expand on opportunities in the budget. But right now, it looks like it's pretty tough.
Other things that we're working on, we have various pieces of legislation. We're always looking at, our zoning legislation and land use. I know that there are bills coming forward dealing with fees that developers will be paying or not paying, maybe an increase. We just received a report back from the county executive on impact fees and then the subsequent school construction or mitigation fees. So I know we have a council member looking at that. We are also watching very closely what happens with the county executive's work group on equity and inclusion. I know that is a hot topic right now in across the country. It's not just in Frederick County. And we want to make sure that we have Frederick County set up to be a very welcoming and inclusive community.
I think we really need to focus on how we provide the services and how we do that in a bipartisan way here in Frederick County. Because if we can't come up with solutions to problems that are beneficial to the majority, if not all of our citizens, then we're doing our citizens a disservice. All 260,000 Frederick County residents deserve all of our attention and our abilities to try to come up with what we think is best for Frederick County. And sure, we want to hear from every citizen, but a lot of them, a lot of people just feel disenfranchised. They don't think that their voices are heard, but they are. So please, we want to hear from you. Contact us.
As the president of the council, I would encourage everyone to please reach out to your council members as a group or individually, whoever represents your district, but please reach out to us. Let us know what kind of things you're concerned about, what things you're thinking about, your views on the legislation and the issues that we're dealing with. We are your first first line of impact in your community. And so please get involved, stay involved, and use us. That's what we're here for. Don't be shy. We would love hearing from the people that we represent. So please reach out to us.
Don't go anywhere. We have plenty more coming up on County Perspective. Welcome back to County Perspective. I'm your host, Brandon Rosa. In a few minutes, we'll find out how you can stay up to date with local emergency alerts. But before we do that, let's find out who this episode's featured pet is.
Fee is a sweet girl with a touch of sass and enchanting green eyes. She can be a little lazy. Her favorite things are napping, getting brushed, and being cuddled, but she plays a little. She prefers mice. But mostly, she just likes wandering around and exploring for her exercise. Fee is very social and enjoys getting TLC from her humans. In fact, she'll run to you when you call. She would do best with just one other cat in her home or as an only cat. To learn more about Fee and our virtual adoption process, call Frederick County Animal Control and Pet Adoption Center at 301-600-1546.
If you live in Frederick County, you may have noticed some severe weather over the years. Severe weather such as heavy snowstorms, like what we all witnessed recently, icy rain, severe thunderstorms, flooding, and more. But would you like to know when a storm is coming and how it is affecting our area? Let's take a look at some information about Alert Frederick, how it benefits our community, and how you can sign up.
So Frederick County's emergency alert system, Alert Frederick County, or Alert FC, is a way for the public to directly sign up for emergency messaging. In any emergency, you want to be informed. So this allows people to sign up directly with Frederick County Government, the Division of Emergency Management, to receive messaging during an emergency. So to get the app, the easiest thing to do is text Alert FC, all one word, to 888-777. When you do that, you will get a text message back that includes a link to download the app in your phone's app store. You can also go to frederickcountymd.gov/alert and sign up for Alert Frederick County on your web browser. So when you sign up for the Alert FC service, whether it is in the app directly or on the website, the steps are really the same. You sign up and create your account, then you input your address or addresses, your delivery methods that you want to be notified on, and then you're given the option to sign up for the optional categories. In an emergency, we would notify you based on your locations, and you don't need to sign up for the optional categories to get the emergency notifications. However, you are able to sign up for things like weather notifications. Municipalities use the Alert FC to communicate with their residents, such as the town of Emmitsburg and the town of Thurmont. You also could sign up for transit alerts and other categories. Notification depends on the delivery methods that you sign up for when you sign up your account. So you can choose from things such as SMS text messaging, cell phones, home phones, even fax messaging, and TTY devices. You input the delivery method, and during an event, we would notify you based on your delivery method. The optional categories that you can sign up for in the system, such as weather alerts, are only ever sent by the app, SMS text message, or email. If you live outside of Frederick County but have a child who goes to school in Frederick County or work in Frederick County, you can still sign up for an Alert FC account. What we would encourage you to do would be to put in the address of the building in Frederick County that is of interest to you, such as your employer's address. When you do that, you would get emergency notifications if there was an emergency, for example, nearby your employer that you needed to be notified of, or if you signed up, for example, weather alerts, you would receive notifications for weather events that occurred near your employer, the address you put in. We encourage all residents of Frederick County to have multiple methods of information sources in an emergency. Alert FC is one way to sign up to get messages directly from a trusted government source, so we encourage all Frederick County residents to sign up for Alert FC.
Looking for something to do in the next few weeks? Well, Frederick County has plenty of activities to keep you busy. Check out some of the great programs that county departments are offering. To find more virtual events and programs, or for more information, log on to the county's webpage, frederickcountymd.gov. At the end of our show, we'd like to mention a few recent events, along with things our viewers should keep an eye out for in the upcoming weeks. Winter is still with us. This year, we've had more snow than last winter. Here are some snow tips that will keep you safe, as well as help our local snow removal teams.
Frederick County Government and the Division of Highway Operations would like to keep your family safe and warm during this winter storm season. Always remember to listen to the radio before and during a storm to see if the snow emergency plan has been declared in Frederick County. Drivers should stay at least 2 car lengths behind a snowplow for every 20 miles per hour they are traveling. Also, never cut between a caravan of plows clearing a highway. Beware of black ice, which are roads that look wet but are glazed with ice. Remember that ramps and bridges freeze first. Have a fully charged cell phone, blankets, and cat litter in your vehicle in case you are stranded.
If they're calling for a bad event or we're into a bad event, if you can stay off the road, stay off the road for your own safety. If you do have to go out, plan your trip in advance, try and leave early, give yourself extra time.
Recently, County Executive Jan Gardner held a proclamation for Black History Month to honor our heroes in history who fought to give all citizens of the United States equal rights, no matter their ethnicity or the color of their skin. Let's hear what she had to say.
Each February, we set aside a special time to recognize Black History Month in Frederick County. We celebrate the achievements and highlight the accomplishments of men and women of color who have called Frederick County home throughout the decades. We remember Lord Nickens, who I and many of you had the honor to know. He was a man of great conviction, a veteran, a civil rights leader, and a humanitarian. For 22 years, Lord Nickens led the local chapter of the NAACP, and he proudly stood for civil rights for all people. He could be tough and direct, while also being kind and gentle. I will always remember him talking about guppy love and our need to love each other. And we honor the service of people like Dr. Earlene Thornton, another person who I knew well. She worked hard to improve our community. She was an educator and a pillar in the community, serving as the first Black woman on the Frederick County Board of Education. She touched many lives through her service, in education, through the League of Women Voters, and with the National Association of Negro Business and Professional Women, and more. We remember businessman George Dredden, publisher of the County Globe, which chronicled Black Frederick until 2005. And Dr. Ulysses Bourne, who opened a hospital in Frederick to serve everyone. His son later became the first Black doctor to work at Frederick Memorial Hospital. And his daughter, Dr. Blanche Bourne Tyree. She was the first woman of any race in Frederick County to earn a medical degree, and one of the first African American female doctors in all of Maryland. And William O. Lee, who served our community as an educator, an alderman with the city of Frederick, and an active member of our community. It was Bill Lee who had the vision to create the African American Resource, Cultural, and Heritage Organization, better known today as ARCH. I was pleased this year to provide support for ARCH's Cultural Center so that future generations will learn and remember the storied history of the Black citizens of Frederick County. While we aren't able to gather in person this year to honor Black History Month, as we've done in the past, we can still celebrate and shine light on some of the long list of accomplishments of the Black citizens of Frederick County and around the world. Whereas each February we join together as a nation to observe Black History Month, a celebration of the many achievements and contributions of African Americans throughout our history. And whereas Black History Month first began as Negro History Week, the creation of the distinguished Black historian Carter G. Woodson. In 1976, the U.S. officially designated February as Black History Month. Since that time, schools and communities across the nation have embraced the opportunity to cultivate educational programming, historical presentations, and cultural events to honor the unique story of Black people in this country. And whereas Black History Month is an important time for all of us to reflect on the painful and shameful legacy of slavery in America, it's also a wonderful opportunity to remember those who took a stand again and again in the face of racism, injustice, and discrimination, and who helped themselves and many others build lives of dignity and opportunity, who advanced the cause of civil rights and strengthened families and communities. And whereas Black History Month also gives us the opportunity to highlight the many Black Americans who've broken barriers, including those in our own community. And whereas Frederick County, Maryland is home to many cherished Black organizations and community groups who honor our shared history through their important work and many contributions. So now, therefore, as the County Executive of Frederick County, Maryland, I do hereby proclaim the month of February 2021 as Black History Month in Frederick County, and encourage all of our residents to join in celebrating Black History Month by honoring the traditions and contributions of African Americans. Signed by me, Jan Gardner, County Executive of Frederick County, on February 1st, 2021.
If you'd like to participate in educational events during Black History Month, go to visitmaryland.org and click on the Black History Month tab. That's it for this episode of County Perspective. Don't forget to follow Frederick County on social media in order to keep up to date on important news and events. We'll see you next time for a fresh look from a county perspective.